Hi everybody, Andrew Golf Academy back again. Got a good one for you today. I've been reviewing the new Mizuno MP-5s and the MP-25 irons. These two lovely looking golf clubs, which I've done full reviews on, which please go and have a little look at them if you haven't already done so. Now, I thought what would be really interesting is if I do a direct comparison with two 6-irons made up in exactly the same spec and see if the difference in distance is much different. Difference in distance is much different. That's a mouthful, isn't it? So what I did is I built a 6-iron in the MP-5 with a KBS tour shaft in stiff, all standard, and then I built it exactly the same in the MP-25, same shaft. Remember, both these clubs are exactly the same loft and length. They're both 30 degrees in loft, and they're both exactly the same length. So neither of them's cranked. Mizuno is saying that the bore-on, and I'm sure they're right, the bore-on is making the club face, they can make it a bit thinner, thus making it a bit springier, increase the ball speeds and greater distance. We've got the channel back design on the MP-5 and we've got sort of semi-cavity on the MP-25. So I did some testing. Now, the difficulty when you're doing comparisons, you're trying to get 3 golf swings pretty much the same for each club. That's the only fair way you can do it, unless you're a robot, tour striker, and I'm certainly not a tour striker. It took me a while to get 3 swings, which were fairly comparative, but I got there in the end, and I tried to get them very close for club speed, for strike, for dispersion, and then have a look at the results. So I hope you can kind of see this on the screen. I've got the MP-5s here, I've got 3 hits, and I'm looking to get the club speed virtually the same. So I came in at 86.8 with the MP-5, and I came in at 88. So 1 mile an hour difference roughly between the two. 3 hits with each. Ball speeds, virtually the same. 118 with the MP-5, nearly 120, so 2 miles an hour ball speed extra. All my other details like swing path, delivery, that sort of thing was pretty similar. Spin rates varied a little bit. I was 5.2 with the MP-5s and I was down at 4.8, 50 with the MP-25. But the bit I was interested in really was carry distance. So with the MP-5, I had a 169, 170, 167, averaging out at 169 carry. I'm not worried about run out. It was 181 if you want to know what it is. And then with the MP-25, I had a 172, 176, 174, averaging 174 carry. So, MP-25 for me was longer, only by 5 yards. 5 yards is 5 yards. 5 yards is half a club extra, isn't it, really? 10 yards between clubs. But I was slightly surprised. I thought it might be a little bit longer, but then again, I wouldn't be buying a golf club purely for distance. You know, distance to me is largely irrelevant sometimes with some golfers. It's more about being able to control the ball flight. And if you're only hitting a 6-iron 150 and your mate's hitting it 180, but you're hitting the greens 9 times out of 10, then distance is just a number, isn't it? You know, that's really. But it was an interesting test. I said a little bit surprised that the MP-25 wasn't longer. Most of these shots that I hit were slightly to the right of target, average sort of 6 yards and 6 yards right of target. When I started turning the ball over and getting the draw and de-lofting the club a little bit, we expect it to go further, and I did get some big carries then out of the MP-25, but consequently I got some big carries out of the MP-5 as well. So the thing that surprises me most about the MP-5 is it seems longer than, say, the MP-4. I think the forgiveness of the MP-5 is much more, even though the lofts are the same, they haven't cranked the lofts up. So there we go, there's my, that's about as scientific as I can get on the test. I know there are people out there who will do a lot more scientific research on this, but both brilliant clubs. Get out and try them, they are super, they're very impressive. So hope that gave you good insight into the MP-25 and the MP-5s. As I say, there are full reviews on both of these little beauties. Have one more admiring look at these two handsome clubs. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I'll be posting lots more reviews as and when I get a chance to do that. So thanks again for your time, and we'll see you again soon.